Hey everybody, it's Nina, your local light dealer here checking in. It's been a minute since I created a video for you guys. Last time I created a video, I was in the midst of my healing process, or the beginning of my healing process from my car accident. So this is a blog post update for you guys. One, reminding you that the universe is rooting for you. The universe is always rooting for you. And two, updating you guys on my status. It's October 11th. My car accident was August 24th. And your girl is already back in a shoe, no longer having to wear a boot, which is amazing. My healing process has gone really, really well. I have made my foot and healing myself my priority over these last few weeks, and it has definitely been very beneficial. I have about 4 more weeks until I'm back to running and jumping, but the doctor just cleared me yesterday that I can walk, I can drive, I can wear a regular shoe, which is awesome. So life has been healing on top of healing on top of healing. This car accident was a gift. It's been a gift in my life. And I wanted to talk today about endings. Life is just a series of cycles, and with every ending there's always a new beginning. So there's much to be thankful for, there's much to be grateful for, and I talk a lot about the universe is rooting for you and being your local light dealer, and the importance of the silver lining. It doesn't matter what you're going through, as long as you can allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and see the light, be optimistic in the midst of your darkness. It definitely helps in getting to the other side of it, but we have to lean into it. And since the accident, it has just been a series of endings. I don't know if you've watched my previous videos, but 2 weeks before the accident, I had ended a relationship and I had quit my job. And then the accident happened, and then it was just even more endings on top of endings. And every ending leads to a new beginning. There's so much beauty in knowing that every ending leads to a new beginning, a new chapter. But it's very important to allow yourself to process through that ending. And some may ask, well, Nina, how do you process through the ending? You lean into it. Whatever feelings come up for you, sometimes people go through endings and there is excitement. There is, an excitement for life about what's going to happen next. And then some people go through endings and it's like their world has fallen apart depending upon what's happening. Whether you've lost a loved one, you've lost a job, you have lost a huge amount of money, your home burned down to the ground. Endings can look in many different ways. So in being in a space of an ending which provides you emotions such as anger or grief or sorrow or sadness or confusion of the unknown, and or even you can be afraid, right? Afraid of, I don't know what's going to happen to me next. When you have these emotions that come up, it's so important for us to allow ourselves to honor those emotions. Yes, it's one thing to sit here and say, you know what, I'm going to be an optimistic and I'm going to look at the silver lining. And it's another thing to also be at the point of, you know what, this is how I feel, and I'm going to get to that point of being optimistic, right? It's just a series of steps that we have to take. And I know for me, I've been doing a lot of cave time, been doing a lot of alone time, been doing a lot of making sure I'm taking care of me time, self-care, and disconnecting so that I can disassociate, so that I can look forward to the future in a different manner. But I have to get there, right? You have to feel the feel. Sometimes you have to sit in it for much longer than you honestly expect. But if you allow yourself to sit in it, if you allow yourself to feel the feelings, the quicker you rise to the top. So healing processes for me look like sitting in my sadness, writing about my sadness, speaking to people who provide safe spaces for me to be my vulnerable self with, right? To say, hey, this is how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling angry, and them just holding that space for you. Not a sense of them fixing it for you, but they just hold that safe space. It looks like crying. It looks like, maybe sitting in the darkness, or it might look like, lighting candles and writing rituals, or screaming your eyes out, or whatever it might look like for you, what works for you, what is healthy for you. Yes, lean into that. Allow yourself to feel those feelings so you can get to the other side faster. I'm all about healthy, safe spaces. I'm all about processing emotions in a healthy and safe way so that we can allow ourselves to get to the other side of it. So when we allow ourselves to sit in whatever we're sitting, we're saying, you know what, I honor this feeling. I honor it, but I'm not going to allow myself to stay here. I am allowing myself to feel the way I feel so that 6 months from now, I am not processing this. A year from now, I'm not processing this. And why is it important to process your emotions? You might ask, it's important to process your emotions because sometimes sometimes in situations we don't react from a space of present time. We react from a trigger that somebody has provided us, and our reaction is really about the same trigger that happened 2 years ago, and that trigger might have been the original cause of that trigger might have been from when you were 7 years old. So when we look at situations that are causing us to feel a certain way, we have to ask ourselves, when is the first time this happened? So we can allow ourselves to have a true ending. Not something not emotions that we stuff in a file folder that we have to pull back out, a year from now. No, allowing ourselves to come to a place of closure and allowing ourselves to come to a place of the story actually collapsing so that we can enjoy our new beginnings, because life is beautiful and there's so much more in store. Yes, you might be feeling the way you're feeling today, but guess what? It's not your reality. It doesn't have to be your reality. You can sit in it for as long as you want to. You can allow yourself to have the most beautiful grieving process, but you know what? It doesn't have to be your reality. So I suggest, if you need assistance processing through some hurt, it's Venus in retrograde time. We've got a lot of things coming up with money, relationships, anything that has to do with balancing, the scales of what Venus brings up for us. Love, old pain, past trauma, past hurt. Venus is rotating backwards in the moment. So things might be coming up from your past. If you need help processing those, reach out to me. Let me know. You can reach me at your local light dealer at gmail.com. You can reach me on my Instagram, your local light dealer. You can go to my site and check me out at theuniverseisrootingforyou.com. Every ending leads us to a new beginning, and there's so much beauty to be found in these new beginnings. We just have to allow ourselves to see it. We have to allow ourselves to feel it. And yes, you can't go sometimes it's easier than other times to go from the ending straight to the new beginning and see the beauty of it. But that's because it's so important to honor your process, and it's so important to honor how you feel. So this video will probably be the last video I do on this rooftop. I'll be moving shortly, and I'll be transitioning this from video to podcast really, really soon. So things are transitioning. My entire life is no longer what it used to look like, and I have had to allow myself time to really see the goodness of it. And I'm really, really excited about what's to come in the future. There's so much in store, and I want to remind you there's so much in store for you. So for those of you who have lost a job recently, congratulations. Something better is coming. For those of you who are parting ways from your loved one, congratulations. Something better, more in alignment is coming. For those of you who, are going through tragic loss, much compassion to everybody who's grieving right now. The collective consciousness is grieving right now. And I send a lot of compassion and a lot of grace, but there is newness that is going to come. There is rebirthing that is going to come. And with every ending is new beginning. With every a new baby is born. With it's cycles. So we have to honor our cycles. We have to honor our personal cycles, and a lot of grace and compassion for the collective consciousness and the rage and the anger that is coming up. So sit sit with how you're feeling today, honor your feelings, and give thanks for the new beginnings that are coming to the surface. It really is a beautiful time to be alive. And if you guys need any help, any clarity, any guidance, reach out to me. Like I said, Instagram, Your Local Light Dealer. My email address is yourlocallightdealer@gmail.com. You can reach me at theuniverseisrootingforyou.com. More videos to come, podcasts soon to come. Stay blessed, stay lifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you.